Today I'm going to show you how to build this. It's very simple visual way to have a look at how tasks are going. The only thing that is slightly different is that those tasks will be grouped. So we have 8 groups, each with a different color. And I think that's a nice change. You know, you always see the same types of reports that are extremely dull. So I like to bring in a lot of colors. And this one is not very complicated to do. I'm just going to show you a trick that makes it very easy to do. Now we can go into the demo straight away. There's also the tasks here are hidden. So if I click on this, you have all the detail. But you know, for a high level, for a management product, for instance, for management presentation, you can actually just show this, and I'm sure they'll be very happy with it. So let's build this step by step, as they say. Now, I just need to show you how I did it. So I can refer you back to another video where I build the task list. I just more or less copied and pasted that from that other video. It is very simple. I don't want to spend too much time on this because this is not really the specificity of this video. But it's how you would build a task list. You have a task name. You could have a resource. I'm not doing any validation on the resource for this one. You can put urgent or not. You can put an estimate, and then you put the percentage down. So if I want to be too fast, it's more or less the name of the task. The estimate could be days, hours, months, years, decades, and the percentage done. So, and then what do we have here? We have how much has been done. So how do you calculate how much has been done? You multiply those two. If you've done 0% of 20, you have 0, here 0. And the left to do, it's just simple. It's what was done, and you subtract what has been done. And the left percentage. I don't think I use this, but I have this here. And there is a chart on the right-hand side here. So I'll remove the zeros here. I just put a format cells, and I put just the hash symbol here. Format cell custom type hash. Done. So this is it. Feel free to customize that as you will. Now, I need to do a couple of things. So I've just created one box to get us started. I need to create colors. So you need to generate some types of colors for this. You need to choose colors. If you want to choose mine, I have put them here for ease of reference. And I think this is quite close. I saw something on the internet that looked quite similar, and I thought, oh, let's try this on Excel, and this is the color. So if you want to use the same colors that I have, I will be flattered, but you don't have to. So let me walk you through which one I've used here. So I think they are all standards from here. So here I have, let's go back to page layout. Let's see what theme do I have. I have the Office theme. So this is the latest one from 2023. So it's not the old one, quote unquote. This is the latest one. They call it the plum, the plum color, because they have introduced a plum here, which is quite specific to this theme. Okay, now let's go back to the colors. Take a pen, a piece of paper. I'm just going to walk you through the colors that I have. So here you go. The first one I have on the left is the orange accent 2, which means the accent at the top, the orange. And the second one is a standard reddish color, not the red, but the one on the left here. I don't think, they call it dark red. And those three here are what Microsoft calls plum. And then I have the 3 shades of plum. So this is the one in the middle. The one at the top is the 25%. And the one is a very light at the bottom. No, actually, it's a 60% here, the one at the bottom. So the 3 plums, but with different shade. I don't want to spend too much time on this. So here we have some blue, so dark blue, which is the dark teal, darker 25%. This is also the dark teal, but a little bit lighter, 50% only. And this is something else, a different blue. It is the turquoise, 40%. Okay, now that has been done. So that will be required in 3 parts, or let's say just in 2 parts. just to put the group here, so as a reminder. So when you see some summary here, you can refer quickly to here, for instance. I've messed up one of the colors, so this should be this. We'll see that as we progress. So the total here for 1 should be a different color here, but you will put the color here and you will put the color here. So, and then I need something to consolidate all this data. So here, this is why I have called the group number here. So there's a lot of information. Let's do it one by one. First, you do your task name, and you put all the information here. So then after, you do a conditional formatting on this stuff here. So conditional formatting, you go manage rules, and depending on the cell value, you allocate the colors that you had. If the cell value is 1, so cell value is very simple. It's just format all cells based on a value. So this is why I wanted to keep it simple. And you have 6 values here. 8 values, 1 to 8, and you allocate a different color, the colors that we have just discussed. Now, the one that I missed is this one. The 1, cell value is 1. Let's see how we do it, just in case. Cell value equal to 1. And then you format, you go under fill, and I'm going to choose this one instead. That's the one that I had selected. And I apply, and kaboom! So hopefully this is the only one that I messed up. Yes, cut and cis. All right, very good. So, and then you have all this formatted. That's more for ease of view, and after we'll use that for the squares. So we have this part sorted. Now this you can put it on a different sheet, but I've put that here for ease of training, if you like. I had to put this on this side here left, because otherwise that's going to mess up with the description here. That's going to be a bit too long. So let's have a look at this. So here we have, I have put all the groups. So you need to record numbers from 1 to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You just put it here. If you want, you can just copy and paste the formatting. You can just format Penta, because it's formatting based on a value. So you can just slide it across here, and it's all good. So you just take it from here, format Penta, and you paint it here. Okay, so here you look at the grouping here. So that's a grouping that you decide. Here you have put plenty of tasks under the group 1. And now you need to name the group 1. What is a group 1? Here I have, for instance, introduction for the group 1. For the group 8, I have project closure, but it doesn't have to be a project step. It could be just whatever you like. It could be a different team. It could be a different project altogether. So this is for you to decide. So once you have decided on your groupings, you just need to calculate the estimate for that group. So how do we calculate the estimate? We sum all the estimates of all the tasks that fall under that group. So you do a sum if. Let me click on this. So you select all the tasks that have the number here on the left, that are number 1 here. I select all the tasks that have number 1. And what do I sum? I want the estimate, so I sum the estimate here. Sum the estimate. And I can just slide that formula down, because this will drag this down as well. So here I would check all the 8, and I will add all the estimates. For done, it's the same. The only difference is that I bring back the done, which is this one. And the total task is it's a little bit different. The total task is a number of tasks, so I need to do a countif this time. And I'm just counting how many tasks have fall under the group 1 here. So countif, just going to click on this. The range is this one here. How many of these have a number 1? And I can just, after that's done, so I can just drag it down. And the percentage done, it's quite simple. It is what has been done. Oops. What has been done divided by the estimate. And there it is. So this will be used for a few things. Let's start with a chart. the chart is giving me here all the tasks. So in front, I need to create a chart and to align each task in front of the task name here. So you select, I didn't want to put all the description of each task because it's already here, and then you can have a look at this later on. But I'm just going to create the done here and left to do. So I just select those two here. If you want, you can even maybe let's grab the one at the top. And I'm doing it a little bit differently this time. I want to insert a recommended chart that never works. So I'm just going to use one that I don't use often. So here they give you all the different things that you could do with this. That's another one, but I want to use this one, which is actually the 100% stacked bar. And what it does is, it's actually very hard to read, but we can change this. What it does is, it more or less calculates me the percentage done. Because here I have 0 out of 20, so it's just 0. Actually, I need to, they put it in reverse order. But this is, I think, a smart way to show the percentage. So let me get rid of this. Let me do a couple of things. Okay, the first thing I need to do is I need to reduce the gap width. So they are tighter unit. They have a tighter unit. And then the second thing I would like to do is just remove this, the second part, which we don't want to see. And I'm just going to put no fill to those parts here. So that's it. And now I just need to click on the chart, go to properties. This is not what I wanted to do actually. I need to go click on the axis on the left here. Click on the axis on the left. And you need to find properties somewheres. Properties. Where is this? Axis option, maybe that's it. Axis options, categories in reverse order. Look here the 2 are 100% are here. So just put it in reverse order. So that's it. So they should be at the top. All right, done. So I can remove it now because you've seen how I've done it. I think the only thing is I might have selected one of the colors here, which is already prettied up. So here you can select some colors from here that looked a little bit better. For instance, the shadow here. I think this is the one I've selected. Try and select a color that is already part of this. Otherwise, it's gonna, look a little bit too all over the place. So I have 3 plums and 2 blues. So I think maybe either some blues or some plums here will blend in a little bit easier. So we've done this, we've done that, we've done this, and we have done that. So now it's just a matter of creating square with the data that we have created here. So I've done one. So in order to do this, we need to merge some cells. Okay, so let me do something here. Let me just show you how I've done that. So the first one, I want to merge the 2 at the top. I merge and center the 2 at the top. Then I've merged those 2 here. And I've merged those 2 here. I'll give you an idea of what I've done. And the others, I'll just leave them as is. So that's it. So the first thing to do, so we can see what we're doing, we take the first colors on the left here, and then we apply it to this. So here I want this first color here. So that was my first color. I put it here. And then obviously you need to select, let me actually reproduce it here. You need to select a white font. Selecting a white font so we can see what we are doing. And so here there's 2 ways of doing this. You can duplicate that 8 times, and after every time you refer to, here I want to put the name of the group, you refer to this, you can do, okay, this is equal to the second one, equal to the second one, and here this is done. And here this is equal to what? Equal to the percentage. So, no, actually, I'm doing the second one now. So you could do it this way, but it's not very exciting, and we're not here for that. We are not here to do things like that. We are trying to do things a bit smarter that we can replicate and we can learn at the same time. So this is why, strike that. I'm just going to do things differently. I'm going to use XLOOKUP to bring back the data from here using the number that I put here. And so I need to explain something before the purists start to jump on me. Here I put a number on the top, which would be the number of the group. I put 1 at the top here, and here for all the other cells, I just refer back to the cell on top. So it's I just have 1 here, and I just refer to the one on top every time. The reason why I'm doing this is I want to be able to copy this, and the XLOOKUP will always work wherever I go. Now the challenge is I want to put squares on the right, and I want to put squares under here. So there's a complicated way of doing it, and there is a simple way of doing it, and I've opted to go with a simple way. But there's only one caveat, is you need to reproduce this number here. Don't worry, this number, there's multiple ways of hiding it. You don't even have to show it. You can just put a what font and it'll be gone. Nobody would know. You'll be only one to know that it's there. Okay, we can hide it in the end. So this is the beauty. And then once you've created one, you just copy and paste absolutely everywhere you want, and that will work. And we can demonstrate that later on. Okay, here we go. Now we need to do some XLOOKUP. So hopefully you have XLOOKUP. If you don't have XLOOKUP, VLOOKUP should work as well, because limitation of VLOOKUP is things need to be from left to right. So they should work with VLOOKUP as well. It will work with VLOOKUP. So XLOOKUP, you're looking for 1 into this column, and you're bringing back the name. I'm just going to let you ponder on this a bit. We can put it this way. You're looking for the number 1, which I put here, into this column, and then you bring back the other column, the column with the name. And this is where you're going to see the benefits of having this duplicated, is I don't have to refer back to the top one, and then if you copy and paste, then it's going to mess things up. So I think I made my point. I don't need to rub it in really. So here I'm doing the same. I need to make sure that I'm doing the same. I have put a bigger font, and I'm using this number 1 here. I believe F5. That's it. I'm referring to this one. I'm looking for this one, but this time I bring back the percentage down. Same. And I need to make sure that I just refer to the one on the left here, and I'm bringing back the total estimate. Same, bringing back the done, and same, bringing back the amount of tasks. So you can bring back everything you want. You can even create new stuff here. It's all good. So now for the great part of this system, you just take this and you duplicate it. And where do I want this? I'm just gonna see, it follows. It follows. So that's enough. So I just have the right amount of tasks, so I can do that. I'm just copying it. So I could go absolutely anywhere here and copying it, pasting it, and it would work. So this is the big advantage, but and also copies the merge, by the way. So now let me remove all this, so we can go back to the demo. Just wanted to make my point. So it's almost there. What I've done before I just finished with the coloring. What I've done here, I just select all these, and I click on data. I click on group, and this way that allows me to hide this, because when it's hidden this way, it's easier to read. So if I'm thinking management or whoever you want involved in to show this, you can do it this way. Okay, so where we? So here I just need to follow the coloring for each one of those, and I need to allocate the number 2, because here I need number 2. See, it all follows. Number 3, Number 4, the advantage is you can change the group numbers too, and it just follows. 6, 7. Now, just to show that it's not all rubbish. Number 8, project closure 57%. Number 8, project closure 57%. Let's do some basic check. 36, 23, 36, 23 seems to work. And the last thing is I need to put the colors. So here I can just copy and paste, but oops, I can take all this, but that's because they're already merged. What you might have to do on your end is just remember the color that you have selected, which I don't. Yeah, I think it's this one. I'm gonna do the plums first. Is it too much? Well, that could change. Here, the light one. Oh, this will be too light, isn't it? And now for the blues. If I can remember all that. Which one I had? So remember, it has to be the same as the one that we have in the conditional formatting here. Otherwise, it's not going to be as easy to read. So this is it. So obviously, this you can remove it. That was just a reminder. As mentioned, this you can pretty it up, but this is more or less calculation. You can even put it on a different tab. They don't have to. Nobody has to see it. You could hide it. Now, if you remember, this is just a tip that before we conclude. If you go here, you need to go under Select Data. You need to go in hidden and empty cells, and you need to make sure that you click Show Data in hidden rows and columns. Because if you don't have that, as soon as you hide those columns, the chart will disappear. And that's a problem in more ways than one. It's one of the problems is all the formatting that you've done, you lose it. You know, it will reappear again when you reopen this, but you would have lost all the formatting. So that's a lot of work that has been lost. So here, I'm just going to hide the numbers. I'm just going to put a white font here. Put a white font here, and that's it. Maybe it deserves a title at the top, the chart. You can do whatever you want with this. I think it's quite obvious, percentage completion. You need to make sure that you have things aligned, like the alignment here, the first one and the last one. You hide this. And maybe you put those a little bit closer together. You can select a print area and print this, and then that you can put it maybe in a different sheet. Okay, so this is pretty much it. Let me know if you have any comments, if I made any sense, or if I was extremely confusing. But I hope you had fun with it.